Brajesh, what he says that after this order by monsoon session, Rahul Gandhi would be reinstated.
Well, I think, the important point here to remember, Pankaj, is that the order, the notified order, because, it is the government to government work, a notified copy of the order will be submitted to the Lok Sabha Secretariat. And then the Lok Sabha Secretariat will take a decision based on that. I think it should be done as soon as possible. But we don't know for sure, whether, as Karthikeya was mentioning, whether Rahul Gandhi will be there in the lower court, I mean, in the Lok Sabha during this no confidence motion. That we don't know for sure. But yes, today, I think by the end of the day, the signed copy of the order will be submitted, or on Monday morning, the signed copy of the order, the official copy of the order will be submitted to Lok Sabha Secretariat, and then Lok Sabha Secretariat will take time. But there has been a very interesting case, as we had just discussed, the case of an MP from Lakshadweep, where he was there was a stay on his conviction, but it had been 3-4 months, but no decision was taken. So the day he approached the apex court, that very day his tenure as a Lok Sabha MP was reinstated by the Secretariat. So I think by the end of the day or by Monday morning, that will be conveyed to Lok Sabha Secretariat. And I going by the fact that he's a very important political figure, he will be be reinstated ASAP.
Right. So that's what basically it appears as of now, that the decks have been cleared for Rahul Gandhi's reinstatement. But then there are procedures to it, and obviously Supreme Court staying the order of
Pankaj,
Gujarat
I just
High Court.
can interfere. The interesting
Yes.
thing is that the Congress party has tweeted a photograph of Rahul Gandhi with a hand on his heart and wearing the same color T-shirt, as you can see on the screen, saying that ye nafrat ke khilaf mohabbat ki jeet hai, satyamev jayate, jai hind. So there's relief in the Congress camp, and there is exultation in the Congress camp as well.
Okay.
Right.
Now, for our viewers, the important story of the day is that Rahul Gandhi has been granted relief by the Supreme Court of India. Today, when Rahul Gandhi was given relief, the judge made a very important observation. The observation of the judge was, why didn't the lower courts or the High Court give reasons for the maximum punishment? One. And for this analysis, we have our input editor Brajesh Pandey, our news editor Pankaj Mishra. We will tell you all the bites, play them out for you, but the mood thing is that it turns the political play. You must have seen the breaking news. It's all over the place. You must have consumed it. But what impact will it have? What impact will it have next week? The clarity of the matter will come, because this is like a vindication for Rahul Gandhi. Politically, this story is going to play out in a different way at all, in every part of the way. The judicial part is over, the exuberance is over, the tweets are out, people are happy about it. But Brajesh, take me through the political impact of the most significant story of the day today.
Well, I think what will happen now is that the Congress will be kind of a turbocharged, if I may say. They'll be a lot more aggressive, and they will make a grand spectacle of Rahul Gandhi coming to the parliament, because they have picked up cudgels post INDIA second meeting and post the result of Bangalore election and Karnataka election. All the Congress has been pretty buoyant and very aggressive. I think the aggressive stand which the Congress party has taken till now will be furthered when Rahul Gandhi go back to Lok Sabha. That is for 100% sure. Already, we have been given informations that many Congress wings and all are going to celebrate. They will celebrate the Supreme Court judgment, as you can see that ye nafrat ke khilaf mohabbat ki jeet hai and all kind of thing. But I think politically the Congress will definitely try to utilize this opportunity to hit out at the BJP by calling this entire the legal thing which has gone on as saying that it has been orchestrated by the BJP to nail the MP. But now the Congress would be on a forefront. The Congress will be a lot more aggressive, Karthikeya, in the Lok Sabha.
Pankaj, were you surprised when this news break during the day? Were you surprised that Rahul Gandhi would be given the relief, or were you able to make out that the relief would come by the obiter dictas we were percolating out from the judge?
Well, Karthikeya, if you ask me personally, I think Rahul Gandhi found himself twice unlucky in Gujarat as far as his appeals were concerned. But this time around in Supreme Court, the way both Mahesh Jethmalani and Abhishek Manu Singhvi were having a go at each other, going through the nuances, and what the judge, Justice Gawai, picked up was actually, the fine print of the verdict that had come from the Gujarat High Court, and this time around, without taking much cognizance and giving the equal rap to both the sides, the judge picked up a very salient factor about the number of days, and that is something which I believe sets the Supreme Court, the apex body in the legal judicial system in the country, apart. And yes, I mean, for me, if you ask me, well, more than a surprise, I think it's a relief, obviously, for many faces in the polity itself, because Rahul Gandhi being sidelined just before 2024 was something, many would say as an interesting cricket match कि अगर इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मैच हो रहा है, अगर उसमें सचिन या धोनी नहीं खेल रहे होते थे तो लगता था आधी टीम खेल रही है. अब अगर कांटे की टक्कर है आने वाले समय में 2024 में इंडिया और बाकी पक्षों के खिलाफ, then I believe then it's a fair play and the team is equal.
But I have a slightly different take on this, Karthikeya, because majority of the time when we hear the oral observations of the court, in the oral observations, they are very aggressive. They say a lot of things, which immediately make for splash on TV channels and, newspapers and websites and all over. The judge said this and ripped apart and all. Like hundreds of cases I can give you example. Not one, hundreds. And then when the order comes, there's all of a sudden shock and gloom. I say like, oh my God, I mean, it's absolute opposite to what they say. And the second thing is, just one more line. The second thing is, I honestly feel that there were a lot many in the Congress party who would be happy, had Rahul Gandhi not been in contention for running in Lok Sabha, for the simple reason because then it would have given the Congress a selling point that listen, the Gandhis are not hankering after power, we just want the opposition together and take on Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
When Ashok Bagadia broke the news in afternoon,
right?
So I was in a meeting with Hemanji and Rakeshji. So when Ashok wrote the relief part, so I immediately blurted out in the meeting because my part of telling the day plan was over. So I said, no, it has been broken. So I was asked, where has it been broken? Because there are multiple WhatsApp groups. So then I realized maybe I have jumped the gun. But then our legal affairs editor, Ashok Bagadia, had actually broken the news. He's the first person to have got it in afternoon that the Rahul Gandhi is getting a stay. But the whole issue was I was the one who spoke first in the meeting, and then other WhatsApp.
So you broke the news.
I broke the news to the meeting.
Right.
But the point is that other WhatsApp groups, the order was being written. So that was the 5 or 6 minutes of acute tension which I underwent. I was thinking at that point of time, did I jump the gun? Did I say wrong things in front of 20 other editors, my colleagues and 3 of my seniors? But nonetheless, it happens in breaking news. Most of us go through these pangs. But I would say that there is a procedure also. And this procedure will be followed, there is a procedure. It entirely depends on the battery because, there's a word in Hindi called prativedan. All these things will come into effect. Right. But Brijesh, tell me one thing. Do we expect Rahul Gandhi to speak on 11th?
See, Karthikeya,
it's just a conjunctural question you would say.
No, I'm not saying that. Because it all depends on how quickly that order reaches the Lok Sabha Secretariat. Because Rahul Gandhi is not a normal MP, we all know that. And I don't think that the Lok Sabha Secretariat will take its time, to analyze and formalize or reinstate Rahul Gandhi as a member of parliament from Wayanad. So I think, by Monday, the order should come from the Lok Sabha Secretariat, depending on when the official authenticated order of the Supreme Court judgment reaches the Lok Sabha Secretariat. But if he joins on, if he's reinstated on Monday, then I can say this for sure that the Congress will be pretty much aggressive, in taking on the BJP.